Hi guys, how you doing? Sorry it's been quite a long while since we've been in touch about the Gixxer. Lots of stuff going on, very busy. New bikes coming into the UK and all that kind of stuff. Check the magazine for loads of tests and all the new stuff and launches and whatnot. Now I just wanted to check in quickly with you just on a couple of things because I haven't done a video for a few weeks. First up is I put the Suzuki Screen on, there she is, and it was a fairly easy process. Little tip, if you're going to get one like Suzuki one or one that is similar to this, take out these two bolts first, then these two, and then have a set of needle nose pliers ready, because you're going to need to reach down to the grommet that's behind there to secure it to take it out. Oh, and if you're using the standard bolts to put your new one in, be careful because they're made of cheese, as I found out with that one. Let's see if we can get no, it's not letting me. No, okay, you can't quite see it, but trust me, that one there is knackered, and that's my fault because I wasn't paying attention when I was putting it back on. But it also made me realise, because I didn't even twig, that the standard one is a little bit it's got a little bit of whatchamacallit to it. It's not quite clear. The other thing I've stuck on is this, which is a tank protector type thing, but for the fuel cap, you know, because you can do your key. Took a couple of seconds to put on. Not a massive deal. Now, there are other things to talk about as well. Now, I know ages ago I was talking about the brakes and how pants they are, and the pads have changed them for the better. The Brembo Road and Track pads, that's good, but I still want more. So, Goodrich have sent these. These are premium performance brake lines, and it's going to be possibly my next job. I'm not sure as yet. Now, the Rapid Bike Evo Power Commandery type thing, you know, the fueling unit, that is actually on, but I'm going to show you that next time. It's not been mapped yet, so what I'll do is when I get it mapped, which should be soon, I will then show you the fitting process, because you would not believe how little room. The Gixxer's a big bike, but you would not believe how much little room, the cat, thanks cat, bloody thing, how much little room there is under here for stuff. So we had to be a little bit creative about where we put it, which I'll show you at a later date. Now, the other thing I want to show you, well, I wasn't going to show you this just yet, but something's cropped up, so I really should show you now. The thing I want to show you is these. These are Rotorbox carbon fibre wheels, and very pretty they are. Now, I've used carbon fibre wheels on quite a lot of bikes over the years, but I tend to just use BSTs mostly. But I've heard very good things about these from some of my colleagues in the industry who have used them on certain bikes, and they're made using the new way of making it rather than the slightly older way, which is how most BSTs and Dymags are done. And I can't remember the name of it. If I can remember, I'll try and stick it in somewhere here. But anyway, they only weigh a couple of kilograms front and back each, which is going to be significantly lighter. And I do like having carbon wheels on a bike, so I am going to try and get them fitted as soon as I can. However, the reason I'm showing them now is because there's an offer on them, which just pinged through into the email box. These are about £2.5 grand, not including tax, which is kind of ballparkish for most carbon wheels. However, they have an April offer on, where if you go to Velux Racing, I'll try and put it there, Velux Racing, order a pair of said rotor boxes and enter the code APRILFOOL18, capital A, capital F, you get 20% off. Now, obviously, that's still quite an expensive addition, but yeah, I've read something somewhere once going, "Oh, carbon wheels don't change a bike." I've had them on a dozen bikes, and they do make a big difference, especially to steering, and you know, it's less unsprung weight, which is the more important of all the weights to remove from the bike. Been riding her a lot in in and around riding the new V4 Panigale a lot, which is amazing because it's almost as usable as this. It might even be a little bit more usable. It's a crazy thing. But, you know, I still love the Gixxer. She's absolutely great. I'm really happy I'm going to get to keep her for a few more months because we've got loads more stuff we want to do in it. So again, if you've got anything you want me to try or whatever, do let me know. I just always speak to, you know, guys out there who already own this bike or a version of. I just love it when you're in top gear on this and you're doing kind of 50, 60 miles an hour, and I'm always looking for another gear because it's the internal gear ratio is quite low, and it topped out on the JHS Dyno at 180 miles an hour, and that was revving its knackers off. It's partly why the acceleration is so good, especially when you include the valves, the exhaust valve system, and then obviously the variable valves and all the rest of it. And it's amazing, and that for me is the real USP of this bike. So I want to know what you guys would say your Gixxer's USP is. For me, it's just the way you just do that and it just goes way and just goes. It's fabulous. Obviously, I still haven't had the recall done yet. The most information I've got about it, the latest information I've got, is it's nothing to do with the blipper and the down blipper and the quick shifter. It's actually more to do with when you try to go up to second gear and it goes into a false neutral, which is what's been happening. And I think I said in the last blog I'd managed to replicate this a bunch of times by not taking my foot fully off the lever when I changed into second. The bike will go woo, and the chain can come off, or anyway. This new ECU is essentially to stop it from over revving in a neutral or a false neutral if that happens. So no problems with the shifter blipper then. Although I'm still waiting to get it done before I map the rapid bike. I just want the new ECU on. We'll dyno run it again, just see, because you never know with these kind of things. Maybe they've changed something, or an algorithm, or whatever's been changed here. And really, that's about all the news I've got on her for the moment, apart from Castle Coombe starting their track day soon, so I'm hoping to get her up there. And I've not checked the noise output of this Yoshi yet. I'm actually quite sure it'll pass because the SP Engineering one did. But apart from that, yeah, cool, all good. Any questions, anything, get in touch. Bye.